Today, we talk about...
All right.
Sorry, what's your name again, man?
Neko White, bro.
Neko?
Nice to
Alright,
meet you.
what's up?
You look familiar.
Yeah, you
There's somebody. If I haven't seen you before, there's somebody running around with your face.
That's racist.
It's the truth. I didn't say they were white. I just said they had your face.
Black guy, you know.
Yeah.
Boom. Welcome back. This is episode. I have no clue. We're still way behind on the edits. I've had mad comics coming through here, so we'll figure it out when I put in the title.
This is episode 0 right here.
This is the first one.
Mm-hmm.
We got a special guest in the building. Introduce yourself, my man.
My name's Zach.
Oh, Zach, that was perfect. That was perfect time, and he hit me. I'm Neko White, stand-up comedian, and very, very happy to be here on you guys' podcast. Thanks for having me.
Appreciate you coming, man.
No doubt.
So I met you at Comic Strip Live a few weeks back. You were headlining the show there, and I was shocked to hear that you've been doing this since your teen years. So why don't you give us a little background? Because you said you're 25.
Yes.
But you've been doing this since 15, if I remember correctly?
14.
14.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So I'm hold on, let me make sure this is off because I'm gonna post that later. So I've been doing stand up since the first day of high school, as a matter of fact. You know what I mean? I started September 14, 2007.
So you're the jerk in the class.
No, I wasn't. I was never that guy, and that's a misconception I think people have about like stand-ups. I was never the kid that was the class clown.
Okay.
You know, I was always friends with the class clown. And funny enough, the kid that was class clown, my best friend to this day, Rodney, who was with me the night that we met.
Okay.
We the first day of school, I learned that Rodney was funnier than me conversationally. And I didn't know what to do because like I'm not the best looking dude, you know what I'm saying? My in with
Cute.
girls, thank you, bro. But like my in with girls was usually like I'd make them laugh and then forward something from that. So first day of school in orientation, I noticed every time Rodney would say something, the girl that I liked would crack up. And then when I say something, she'd be like, so yeah, Rodney, what was you saying? So I didn't know like what to do. I was like, oh shit, I'm never gonna get laid in high school.
Right.
So the next day, the first official day of class starts, and at the end of the day, Miss Richardson was like, does anybody have a talent they want to share with the class? I had never done comedy. I never thought I wanted to do comedy. I always thought I was going to be a teacher.
Wait, was this like English class or like
advisory class? Advisory class.
Advisory class.
Yeah.
So like homeroom?
Basically, something
Yeah.
like that.
Okay. Yeah. Cool.
So it's the end of the day. School's about to be over. She says, does anyone have a talent? And this girl named Esther went up and sung a song. And as I'm sitting there, I'm listening to Esther, something in my head said, yo, go tell jokes. I tried it, and it worked. And I've been doing comedy every day since. I've never worked a standard job, you know what I mean? I've only ever made money doing stand-up or stand-up related things. And, knock on wood, it's how I make my living.
Yeah. I was going to say,
Nice,
because
man.
you had that YouTube clip you sent me of I was about to say Life of an Open Micer.
Mm-hmm.
Like you were actually doing sets at some of the more premier spots, and you were like showing the life of a young comic up and coming.
Oh, one mic. Yep.
Yeah, and
Actually, before you get to there, because I feel like we don't do this. How do we know him?
I just said I met him at Comic Strip Live.
Oh.
he has a listening problem.
It's all good.
Yeah.
It's all
But
good.
anyways.
Ooh.
Yeah. Anyway, so I was watching it, and I love how Donnell Rollins was on there from Chappelle's show. Mm-hmm. I'm sure you don't remember.
That's the Eddie Murphy bit, right?
He was that's Charlie Murphy.
This guy.
Yeah, he's a riot himself.
Yeah.
Recently got him to try to start doing some stand up. Over the
I
past
believe
few
that.
months, so
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
How'd it go?
I've
Rough
done
the
like,
first
I've
time.
done like first time I picked off for being misogynistic.
Oh, okay.
I've probably done like 12 sets.
Oh, okay.
Getting
Gotcha.
better. I'm like I said before, we talked about this a lot today, but I'm trying to get to a G-rated thing.
Okay, wonderful.
Yeah.
Dope,
Because
dope.
his goal is to do the open mic at the Red Lobster in Harlem. That's
Yeah.
what he's trying to do.
I'm all for it.
So no. So
Yeah, I'm excited for it
I have
too.
some.
Yeah.
I have some like R-rated stuff like in my head.
Yeah.
That I can like rail off
Uh-huh.
like for a crowd. But like I'm really right now trying to master just the G-rated stuff.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. By all
Because
means,
it's different. Yeah.
Yes, and not a lot of people are mastering the G-rated stuff.
Yeah.
So
Well, PG. we'll
PG,
say.
right? But I mean, even that is an art. In
Not
itself.
talking about my date, not
hard
talking
to
about my
do.
girlfriend's clit, like just like being very like, just fun.
Yeah, 100%.
Disney.
I'm
kind of
with
stuff.
it.
Yeah.
Because what impressed me about you is not only the age you started, but the fact that like just in such a short time in, you were already doing spots at major clubs and
Yeah.
stuff. So what was that experience like? Like how long of a time did you spend at open mic scenes. Where was this high school, by the way? What state?
Bronx High School for Right Communication Arts, so right here in
right here.
New York. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm a New York kid, so
Gotcha,
I
okay.
was raised in. My mom had an apartment in the Bronx, and we would always go to my grandma's house in Harlem. And we moved in with my grandma because she had got older and she was gonna move in with us, but she had a stroke and she didn't get up the stairs. And we didn't have an elevator in the building.
Got it.
So mom's on some gangster shit, dropped everything, the job and everything, take care of her mother for 12 years. So yeah.
That's noble.
Yeah, I mean, she's a home health aide now. So yeah, I feel like that played a big part in it too.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But when I started in school, so I was able to do comedy and build up my confidence in school.
In school, yeah.
So you think about if I'm doing 3 times a week, right? And I'm doing anywhere from 10, and sometimes Richardson will give me like the whole period.
When you say in school, though, I mean, what does that look like?
So-
like, I mean, I'm saying, like, was it like a theater arts kind of class? that you
No,
took,
it was advisory class. So the way advisory worked is there would be a group of kids, maybe about 20 of us in the classroom, right?
Uh-huh.
And I would stand up where the blackboard was and do my stand up.
in front of other people that were was like an open mic.
No.
like everybody
In
else
front of
was
his
making it.
classmates.
I was the only one
No,
performing.
no. I know in front of his classmates, but I mean, were those other classmates like waiting to perform as well?
No. It was just me. It was literally just me performing. So I would go on and I would do any amount of time. Like if Ms. Richardson had.
Who were the classmates?
Oh God, the people I was. In
Well,
school
I mean,
with.
like, but I'm saying, like, okay, so just to help me understand this.
Got you.
All right, so you are in stand-up, right? It's public school, right?
Mm-hmm.
Went to public school myself.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're up there, and you're like, all right, I'm going to do stand-up.
Mm-hmm.
Who brings the students into the
They're
classroom?
already there.
Yeah, but for what? What class are they taking?
Advisory.
What's advisory?
We just talked about this. It's like a homeroom, you were saying, right? It's like a homeroom period?
So-
I don't
Right.
get it.
Well, allow me to regale you. So, I've never had this hard time explaining advisory class to somebody.
Well,
So-
I went to the same high school as him. He hates
Right.
that to admit that, but
Uh-huh.
but yeah, we didn't have advisory. I've never heard the term advisory.
Right. So advisory class was the last period of the day, right? So half the kids would have gym, the other half would have advisory for 2 or 3 days a week. Then they would flip. You'd have gym 3 days a week. You have advisory 2 days a week. So I started out in advisory class. It happened 3 days a week, right?
Mhm.
So the advisory class was again 20 kids. Go to the advisory room. Whoever the advisor was, Ms. Richardson was our advisor, right? So we do some lessons. She'd do a lesson if she had one, and then if she didn't, it's like a chill period. So I'd get that time. So I'm going up in front of my classmates for about anywhere from 10 to at most the whole class period.
How long is the period?
Perform 45 minutes.
45 minutes, okay.
Right.
But that's so crazy to me because, like, what if I play guitar, right?
Mm-hmm.
What if I went up and I was like, I'm just gonna do a solo?
Well, it wasn't nobody else had anything that they wanted to present.
Okay,
like that.
so it was like,
A.
okay.
And B, I'm sure if somebody did, they could have done it, but
That's actually wicked cool.
Yeah,
That your
it's
school
dope
offer that.
yeah, I mean,
Like it was like, it's literally like a theater arts to be like, all right, if nobody wants to do anything, you guys have to sit here for 40 minutes because, like, you know, your parents are at work.
I don't
and like
think,
come up here and present.
yeah, I don't think that every advisor was doing that though. This is
Yeah.
in particular Ms. Richardson
So,
that
okay.
did this with her class.
So how do you transition this to, okay, I'm getting pretty good at this. Let me start going
So
to some
again,
open mics.
Miss Richardson. So she was like, "Have you ever gone to an open mic night?" And I was like, "What the fuck is that?" Because I thought Martin and all the guys that I looked up to at the time, I thought they went to school. I thought you had to go to school to do what they
okay.
did. And she was like,
Stand-up college.
Right, basically. So she was like, no. She said open mic nights where you probably go to a comedy club and you go on stage and see if they like you and see if they can use it. I said, okay, fine. So I didn't have Wi-Fi, I didn't have a laptop or anything like that at the house. So I went to the Children's Aid Society around the corner from me and I Googled open mics in New York City. So that was a Monday. I seen on Tuesday they had Hot Comedy Club and on Wednesday they had Stand Up New York. Mm-hmm. So next day, I seen it said $5 for 5 minutes, so I took $10. So I was like, community property, it's $10 for 10 minutes. Because I was used to doing it like at least 10 minutes. So when I say I was able to build up my confidence in school, I got to know that I was funny. Because a lot of times if you start straight on New York comedy open mic scene, ooh, your confidence is going to grind.
Yeah.
Because it's just you and a bunch of comedians for most of the time.
We talked about that in length. Yeah, where if you go to open mic, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nobody cares.
That's not true.
No. I'm not saying that's not true, but I'm saying like people will like
Yeah.
That's what you'll get.
Yeah,
You're like,
you
all right,
might-
this will kill it like a regular set.
Yeah.
I think it's impressive the fact that you were able to do it in front of like high school kids that you went to high school with.
Yeah.
Right? Because that's the hardest, because like there's a lot of connotations.
There's a lot of connotations, but
Well, I mean, they're like, who is this guy?
Mm-hmm.
Who are you friends with? I mean, high school is a tough.
right. But see, this
Ball game.
is the beauty of it. I started first day of high school. So because it started first day, that was
you
my
know, is that
identity.
your
That
thing?
was my identity
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
immediately, right? So I'm the most popular kid in the school, in the building. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
But that's after. So I started doing the open mics. First mic I can go to at Ha. I had never bombed before, right? Especially not like this. So
Welcome to the club.
I go up and I walk up to Cisco and I hand him my $10. Said, "Hey, so that means I get 10 minutes, right?" He's like, "No, you get 5."
He's like, who the fuck are you?
Right, you get 5. Give me the 10.
5 still
You
isn't
get
good.
5, and sign the list. So I'm number like 22. HP is hosting it. God bless him. And I'm the only one in there laughing, right? Because I found everything funny. I'm not.
Yeah,
It's
if
not
you're new. Yeah.
Not even that. I'm in general. I'm not a hard guy to make laugh. So now I'm about to go on, and I'm like, well, they ain't laughing, but fuck it. When I get on, I'll change it. I go on, and every joke is dying. And my closer at the time was about my cousin taking a shit in my toilet and not flushing. So I said, okay, if all else fails, I'll do that. And in my mind, I was like, okay, if I do the open mic and I do it right and I do a good job, then I'll retire. Right? Right. I'll retire. So I go and I go up and I say, all right, I'm gonna hit my last joke. I hit the punchline and the response I got was, ha! Got off stage. So I felt bad, but I was like, okay, it'll never be that bad again. And I kept doing the mics, did my shows at school. Me and my boy Rodney, we would do a special show once a month where during lunch, you go upstairs, get your lunch, you come back down to the classroom, and we do our thing, hosted all the talent shows, all that type of shit. And then I would do like the open mics in the urban rooms, and I started doing shows. So I started doing the mics at Ha and Stand Up New York. And then eventually I hosted the mic at Stand Up New York for a little bit. And, you know, fucking I would always ask do shows. I did the Metro Transit show at Broadway, and that led to a couple more shows in the hood rooms. Kept doing the hood rooms, kept doing the mainstream clubs, hood rooms, mainstream clubs. I met Donnell at Laugh Lounge. I did Laugh Lounge, my God, so much. So I would do Laugh Lounge, and my friends would have independent shows inside comedy clubs. I'd go do those. That would get me passed at the club. I've been passed Stand Up New York since I was 16. I got passed there.
That's
How old are
impressive.
you now?
I'm going to be 26 in like a week. So I grew up in comedy clubs.
Yeah.
The first time I went to Caroline's, I was doing a guest spot for Donnell Rollins. Have you been to Caroline's yet?
Not yet.
Okay, so
It's right around the corner. Right?
you should go. Like your favorite comedian will probably be there soon.
Yeah.
So it's a huge
Me.
yeah. So Caroline's is a huge club, and I didn't know that, right? So my biggest room I've been in front of maybe 150 people. So I go and I go down the stairs and I tell the lady, I'm like, hey, I'm on the show tonight. She says, oh, okay. So I'm thinking the area where people are congregating, I'm thinking that's what the show is because I'm used to doing, the urban room. So I'm like, all right, well, where's the stage? She said, you're cute. Go in the back, make a right. So I go to the kitchen and instead of making a right, I make a left. And I go to walk into the green room. I see it says Donnell Rollins. So, okay, cool. So cool. This is where I'm supposed to be. So I go up, put my stuff down. Kenny comes in. Kenny used to be the manager at Caroline's. He's like, I don't know you, and I don't know if Donnell knows you. I can't have you sitting in this green room, which is fair enough. And he brings me out to the showroom, and I could have fucking fainted because I didn't know a comedy club could be this big. Seats 400 people, and Donnell sold out that night. And to see that shit empty, it's like, okay, this is not a game now. I'm here. Oh, good. And I go up. I had 2 shows with him. I'm doing like the guest spot, little 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And first show I do okay. I was nervous. I do okay. Second show I ripped. And, stuff like that. That turned into, I've been to Caroline since that point. And so on and so forth. The other clubs that I grew up in New York comedy clubs. You know what I mean?
Do you have a favorite?
I love most of them for different reasons. Like, you talk about Killbox. Caroline's is packed out. Killbox, Gotham, same
Yeah,
thing.
Gotham, right? Is Gotham, because I have been to Gotham, but not Carolina, are they similar size?
Yeah.
okay.
About, I don't know which one's bigger. Whichever's bigger is probably only about like maybe 50 seats.
Okay.
But they're both huge.
But like about that space.
yeah, they're both like the.
What's
A
your,
plus headliner club.
Oh, hold on. Actually. Alexa, lights on. Boom. All right, just in case.
I was like, she's gonna be like, fuck yeah, king at the